How are you? Hola, ¿cómo están? Let me begin saying thank you. Thank you for giving us the chance, we Toy Story fans, to having this new adventure, to having this new movie that is coming out that is so great. But let me begin saying or asking, why bringing him back? Why have Buzz Lightyear again in the movie screen with his story, a prequel, we can say, about what we knew about the toy, and now it's human?
Yeah, I think for me it was, I wanted to explore that universe of Buzz Lightyear. I felt like it was a story that that was kind of unexplored. And so it was a selfish, kind of like, I want to know more about this and explore more about this and create a universe of, like a sci-fi universe of the Buzz Lightyear universe that feels real and tangible and has the excitement level that would be appropriate for a sci-fi movie of that scale. I wanted to give it some gravitas.
Let's get everyone home.
Good luck, Captain. We're all counting on you!
Roger that.
When you were exposing the idea of bringing Buzz back to the theater, back to the story, as Pixar would say, story is king, what had you in mind?
The idea, the pitch literally was, what was the movie that Andy saw that made him want a Buzz Lightyear figure? And can we just make that movie? It would just be a straightforward sci-fi action adventure starring Buzz Lightyear, where he would not be a toy, he would be the human character. And we would follow his adventures in a Buzz Lightyear adventure-themed movie that would just inspire a new generation in the way that Star Wars and other films of that era inspired us as children.
Let all the children begin. When it was announced, some people were, why is not Tim Allen doing the voice? And as I said before, we now know why, and you're gonna know when you watch the movie. But how was bringing the idea to have him voiced by another person? How was getting that touch, or what you wanted as a director to have to Buzz sound like?
Well, I didn't want the Buzz to be an imitation of Tim Allen. Really, I think when we envisioned the movie as being, the way that my mind worked about it was like there was this movie, and then there was like a TV series, and then the toy made from the TV series, and that was the Toy Story Buzz. And so I had it worked out because there were so many movies in the 80s that, like say RoboCop, for example, that then had a TV series that was a little bit lighter, a little bit friendlier, that had the rough idea of it, and that became a toy. Once we figured out the tone of what we wanted not a sidekick, but a leading protagonist. We needed an actor that was going to bring gravitas, but also humor, but without being goofy or make you feel like the character was not in danger. One of the things that I learned working on Incredibles with Brad Bird was the idea of making sure that your protagonist feels like they're in danger, and they need to communicate that they're in danger to the audience, so the audience feels that peril. And I think in doing that, we needed someone that had a balance of action and comedy in their performance, and then Chris was the right choice.
What you present in this movie is this new version of Buzz Lightyear, or the Space Commander, and there are a lot of nods from what we know from the Toy Story movies. But what do you have in mind, or what you decided, I'm not gonna put this, I'm not gonna put that, because there's just a little hints of what we know, because we're seeing the story of his beginnings and how he changed through the years.
Well, yeah, I think there's a balance you want to do as what you feel like belongs in the movie as a Toy Story fan, or alluding to that without stopping the movie to do a reference for Toy Story, because it will feel, it can slow the pace down or feel self-indulgent, whereas you should be able to watch this first and Toy Story later and see, oh, that's connected, but it shouldn't feel like one is in front of the other, if that makes sense.
We're being pursued by just a massive robot.
There was a lot of hoopla about the same-sex kiss that when we saw it, I saw it, it was so simple, it was so cute, and it was very relatable from what we live in, and even in outer space. That was a great note. Was it true that it was cut out and then put back in?
It was cut out, but the relationship itself, and that couple was always in the film. The kiss was cut out, and now we're excited that the kiss is back in.
That was utterly terrifying, and I regret having joined you.
What do you want people to get away? Because there's a lot of themes going on through the movie about not quitting, about going away, about living in space, and having a new life in a new planet. what was underneath of what we're gonna see in the movie?
I think it's really a challenge. It's just about a character who is convinced that if you could just go back and fix something, they would make everything better, without recognizing that what he has in front of him is all he has, and to make the best of the situation he's presented with. Too much of our time is spent looking to the future or reminiscing on the past, and I think it's more important to see where we are now and how we can enjoy the moment that we're given this moment. I think that's the universal theme that we're playing with in the film, and it's something that Buzz is steadily learns along the course of it.
Well, thank you very much again. It was lovely. I want to see it so many times. And as he says, to infinity and beyond. Thank you.